So I recently placed an order on Amazon. I was all out of polygel for the most part. So I went ahead and got clear, and then I also bought white, and I also had to get some new sanding bands for my Dremel. So I got a couple different size grits just so I had some options here. And they came in a really cute box. I definitely recommend, so I'll link them down below. The glass paper that we're going to be using today is from Shein. And we are ready to rock and roll. So I poured my 70% alcohol, and I know they say you should use like 90 or above, but the dollar store only carries 70 for the most part. So we poured that in my little teacup here. That's what it is, in case you're wondering what I'm using as my solution. And I'm starting off by prepping my nails, and I'm being extremely gentle this whole process using my Dremel right now because I just basically ripped off my last polygel set, and I did give my nails about a week break, but I can't stand looking at my hands without nails. I have had them like consistently for a while now, so I just wanted to do it nice and gentle, and I wanted to do a nice short set that I can leave on and not touch for a little bit now. So yeah, I'm just being as gentle as possible. Now I'm going to go in with a little Q-tip dipped in my alcohol to completely dry out my nail. I just want to make sure that I have a nice clean base to start with, removing any oil or dirt. These are the same nail tips that I use in most of my tutorials, and I just placed that Amazon order, and my new nail tips didn't come in the mail yet. So while I was waiting on them, I did not want to wait to do this set. So I used these, I guess, old tips now. I really wanted to buy some extra large size ones. So stay tuned for, some extra bougie nails on my channel coming soon. But for today, since I'm going to trim these down anyways, I didn't really care that they're kind of coffin shaped. Now this is all the basics for real. I'm just going in, I'm trimming them, I'm getting my shape right. This sometimes takes a lot of playing around. To be honest with you, I've never done this shape before, so I just kind of went into it and did my best. So I'm trying to keep all of them, generally the same length as one another. I do want like a cute almond, I guess. So kind of pointed, somewhat round, a little bit coffin. You'll see. Before I even decide to go in with my Dremel, I didn't want to use my Dremel for the shaping portion because I didn't want it to become uneven. So I'm going in with my file to really ensure that I'm even on both sides and one side's not steeper than the other. I want them to be completely perfect, as perfect as it can get. So I'm going in with my file, and then next I'll go in with my Dremel and just kind of touch up the top, rough it up a little bit, and make sure that the nail just forms perfectly to my finger. I really want you guys to know, I have saved so much money doing my nails myself, and of course it's a little bit time consuming because learning the process was certainly really tricky. I mean, watch my first polygel video and you can tell I am just completely clueless. So it did take some time, it did take some practice. I've gotten my sets down from 6 to 7 hours down to maybe 2 or 3. I'm always experimenting with different designs and different ways to encapsulate things. So every set is a learning process, and I absolutely love it. Honestly, like I said, I mean, the amount of money I've saved. So say you're going to the nail salon paying $50, $60 a set, probably even more than that. My nail tech I used to go to, I know her, I've known her forever. I went to her for a really long time, so she always gave me a good price on my nails. But regardless, just being able to go all out, do as much as I want, it's perfect. It's just so easy to once you get the hang of it. Now we're going in with my base gel, and this is Beetle's brand base gel foundation, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, Beetle's is a really good price, and I have linked a lot of this stuff in my other polygel videos, but I can link most of it down in the description box below for you guys. All of it is really well priced, and Total, I think I paid $50 for those two big bottles of Polygel that I showed in the beginning. And those will last a really long time, like quite a few sets. When I first started doing Polygel, I bought a little pink variety pack from Macart and it was super good priced. I think it was maybe 50 total for 6 small pink bottles, and they've lasted me since I started doing Polygel, which it's been a while. So, I mean, the money is it's so worth it. And this glass paper, I honestly don't even know what to tell you guys. This is from Shein. I was expecting something a little bit different than what it came as, so I'm going in with my scissors, trimming it up a little bit, getting more of a glass effect. I wanted all sorts of different shapes and whatnot, so this was time consuming. I mean, I guess for the price though from Shein, it wasn't all that bad. Now, the polygel application really isn't all that bad, and as you could tell, I am super sloppily applying it, and that's because it's so easily spreadable. Like, it's so easy once you get into it, I promise. Like I keep saying, the money is just, it's well worth, and it's well worth your time for sure. When it comes to doing my nails, I always look at it as just some me time to be able to sit down, relax, really concentrate, not talk. Every now and again I'll sit and talk to my boyfriend while I do my nails, but usually I do this in my office by myself. I have my music playing, I have little snacks on the side or whatever. I just sit and concentrate and just have some me time. It's always nice just to sit and enjoy. Same thing whenever I'm doing like a pedicure on myself or whatever you want to call it, just like gel painting my toes, In general, it's just relaxing. And as you can tell right now at this point, I'm spreading that poly gel. So your goal, of course, is to get it close to the cuticle, but you want to make sure that it's solid and sealed down there, and making sure I can spread it throughout the whole nail so that I have a nice, even polygel base. When it comes to the glass paper, I didn't necessarily know how I wanted to do this. I probably could have gone about it a little differently. Maybe before I cured my base gel coat, I could have maybe gone in and set the glass, whatever you want to call them, the little pieces down first. But I'm going to stick them on this top layer of polygel, and then I'm going to go in with a second layer of polygel, which I usually do to just make sure they're completely even and everything is nice and smoothed out. And this really wasn't hard because those pieces are super like flaky, kind of like foil. A little bit stiffer, but really they were pretty easy to get them to stick into the gel. Lately, whenever it comes to my second coat, I like fly through it because I've kind of gotten it down pat for the most part. You don't really need much, but since we're encapsulating, I want to make sure I get enough of a perfect layer to completely cover those little foiled glass pieces. When it comes to my second coat of polygel, I always feel in my mind that I'm close to the end. It's just fun at this point because I like officially have my nail shape almost completed. The second layer is genuinely pretty easy. Like I said, just going over top, smoothing everything out, making sure that my nail is completely even. Even then though, I know that I'm going over it with my Dremel to completely finish it, and then a buffer at the end as well. So it doesn't even have to be perfect. That's why I keep saying polygel is so good and such a great alternative if you're learning to do your nails at home. Now this is like the final filing, and I just love this part. You just get to buff out everything that's possibly wrong, and sometimes, like I said, polygel gets a little messy and you could just easily clean it up. It's super easily filed. So far they're looking really good, I think, and I'm happy with my shape. usually try to wipe as much dust away as possible using like a big makeup brush, like kind of just, dusting it all off. But I always like to go over with just a little bit of alcohol at the end and really make sure that I have a nice clean surface to apply my top coat to. And here comes the weird part. I don't know why I did this. I don't even know what made me think of doing this, but I go in with this little old eyeshadow. I don't even know what the brand is. I can't even read the top anymore. It's like so worn. This eyeshadow is so old to me, and I figured I would use it as like a little dusting on top to kind of give it even more of an iridescent type of feel. And I did it nice and light, and I was so surprised how eyeshadow turned out this good on my nails. And just when you think I'm almost done, of course, I want to do more. Every time I'm doing my nails, I'm like, I want to do more. It's fun. So I'm going in with these little rhinestone-esque looking things. I don't know, they're iridescent. I got them from Shein. I showed them in a haul on my channel. And I'm going in with my little like crystal grabber or whatever you want to call it, which is also from Shein. And I'm placing these with just a little drop of glue on the base of my like cuticle, kind of sort of. I feel like it would just like add a bit of shine. I could have stopped before I did the eyeshadow and this would have been the perfect set, but I just kept going. Now I'm topping it off with my final top coat, which is by Macart, and there's something about a Polygel top coat that's different from just a regular gel polish top coat. This one is so glossy and it gives the perfect amount of shine. Also, every time I use this Macart top coat, I feel like it doesn't need wiped, but I wipe it anyways just to make sure there's no sticky residue. I'm always at a loss for what color I want to use or what design I want to do for my nails. There's always so much going on in my head. I can never settle for something. So I love that this kind of shows all colors, the most perfect, like iridescent spring-ish set. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, thumbs up and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.